too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Commanders. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Play action. It's Howell. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Fournette, a first down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards there on a Buccaneer first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. 7 yards there and a first down. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fournette once more on second down. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry there, and leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Again, I give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third manageable with that run.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chase Young with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Powell. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
second down. Back to Fournette. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, 88 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. And they go play action with Howell. And that is incomplete here.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Howell out of the shotgun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And oh, he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A gain of 3, second down. They'll run it again with Fournette. Little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Still. 82-40. 46 down, man, 5-4.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First down, Howell to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the...
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Howell, he's able to find Melton.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Washington on 3rd down,
0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion.
Here it's 3rd and 3.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell.
Rolling to his right.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On second down, Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A handoff, Fournette running left. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Wentz. And a catch right side by Evans. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wentz is intercepted yet again. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second. A final shot before half for Wentz. Looking downfield for Godwin. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you?
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 135 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, Wentz looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? His pass caught at the 4. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers have got it back to within a score. Wentz going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Back to throw, Howell. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Howell from the gun. This pass complete to Melton.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's...
He's got a man, complete! And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Little bootleg here. Howell. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Javonte Williams. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have answered back with a 3rd-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Wentz. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Howell. And this one is incomplete. Trying to connect with Bo Melton, and it's 3rd and short. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
Is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Powell, he'll look to throw it. Flush to his right. And this one's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's Tressway now. But how about this, a fake? As he's on to punt for Washington. And the gamble pays off. They get the 1st. The deception there pays off to perfection. 14 yards on the fake punt and a 1st down. Another throw for Howell. Out left to Dotson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Howell's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Howell completing the quick throw out wide. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now. Off play action. It's Howell. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. O.J. Howard, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That would be the key to this drive.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Again, it's Wentz. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Wentz going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully. Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays. You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy. Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage. Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh? They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Room here to run. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 93 yards It's on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The busy night continues for Williams. Bulldozes past him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards there on a Washington first. They'll go play action. Powell. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Good throw there. And I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason. And what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. Puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Gets it up, and the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they will take a knee here. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously. But the first game of the year always a special one. And love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for Washington, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face